If you're struggling to keep up with Barclaycard payments and find yourself on the receiving end of a debt collection letter, don't ignore it. In today's video, we'll look at what happens if you have a debt with Barclaycard and what to do if you receive a debt collection letter. Firstly, it's essential to understand that having a debt with Barclaycard is no small matter. If you don't get in touch with them or make a payment, your credit rating will likely be negatively impacted and you'll continue to amass fees and charges. They will also refer your debt to a debt collection agency or a debt purchaser. In such cases, the full balance on your account might be immediately due. So it's crucial to get in touch with Barclaycard and discuss your debt. They might be able to help you come up with a solution that works for both parties, such as an affordable repayment schedule. Now, let's look at which debt collection agencies Barclays use. Sometimes Barclays will use specialist debt collection agencies to recover debt. For example, Central Debt Collection Services deal with personal and business loans that are in arrears, as well as Barclaycard debt. So if you have Barclaycard debt, there's a good chance that you'll hear from a company like Central Debt Collection Services. But can they visit your home? In such circumstances, debt collection agencies will try and visit your home. However, even if they turn up on your doorstep, they have no real powers at this point. Debt collection agencies like those used for Barclaycard debt collection aren't bailiffs. As such, they don't have any court-appointed powers. So all they can do is to continue to ask you to pay what you owe. You don't have to let them in, and they can't take any of your possessions. That would be theft. Also, they cannot threaten or harass you, and you can report them if they do so. So what are your rights when dealing with debt collection agencies? Debt collectors cannot speak to anyone else about your debt without your permission. They cannot add any extra interest or charges that are excessive. They cannot physically or verbally threaten, harass, or abuse you, and they cannot pretend to have any special legal powers. And they cannot mislead you into paying them or mislead you to make you get in touch with them. If you feel that the company has done any of these, you can make a formal complaint. If this complaint isn't dealt with, you can contact the Financial Conduct Authority, the FCA, or the Financial Ombudsman Service. Lastly, can you write off your Barclaycard debt? In some cases, it might be possible to write off your debt. Firstly, check if it's statute barred. In some cases, your debt might be statute barred, essentially meaning it can't be legally enforced. You could consider using a debt solution like an IVA or a debt relief order to help you reduce and, in some cases, even write off some of your debt if you're eligible. If you have access to a lump sum, then making a full and final settlement offer may enable you to pay less than the total amount, with your creditor writing off whatever remains. You might also be able to approach Barclaycard directly to discuss writing off your debt. Although it's unlikely, in some extreme circumstances, they may consider writing off some of what you owe, if it's clear that you have no way to pay them back. If you're struggling with debt, then there are a number of debt solutions available here in the UK. Some are free to use and others include fees, and each will have their own pros and cons. If you want to learn more about the solutions available, then we've created a really great form that you might be interested in checking out. Click the link in the description to get started and answer a few simple multiple choice questions like the total amount of your debt, how many people you owe, your living situation, and we'll connect you with one of our trusted partners so that you can find out more and take steps towards improving your financial situation.